Welcome to Mind the Major, where I say use your mind, don't lose your mind, don't get left behind, become a mind. We family over here. I want to tell y'all a little story today, right? Yeah, I happened to be up early in the morning today, dropped the peoples off at work. I had to get cigarettes. I refused to pay $9 for a pack of cigarettes, so I decided to drive to West Virginia to save 50 cents a pack. No, I'm just bullshitting. I ain't drive to West Virginia. But I did drive some because I'm no. But when I was riding, I just seen some weird things this morning, and it made me think of something even weirder, right? Excuse me. I throw it back. It was almost 10 years ago. It was around about 10 years ago. Somewhere around there. Somewhere almost 10 years ago, right? Now, I was in the house. I happened to be in the house one morning. It wasn't in the morning. Probably around about 12, 1 o'clock, something like that. Now, in this house where I used to, well, what I'm talking about when I used to live in, you had a bunch of bad children around there, right? Bunch of, when I say bad kids, I mean bad. Whereas though I really never really had the urge to just take my belt off for somebody else's kids, but I was tempted more than once. That's how bad these kids was, right? And I used to live on a corner house, and my house would be on the corner. Then there's an alley, right? So the kids would always be constantly running through the alley, running back and forth through the alleys. And so by me being right by the alley, I got side windows, so I'm always catching all the noise and all the stuff from them playing in the alleys and all that. And a lot of the times they be doing stuff, throwing stuff against the wall and whatever, right? So I'm happen to be in the house this day, and it's like I said, about 1 o'clock in the evening, and I happen to be on the phone, happen to be on the phone with my brother, man, Psych. What up? So I'm talking to Psych, and I'm talking, and I happen to be like between the dining room, like right near the kitchen, right? And I could hear the kids outside playing because it's middle of the day and it's summertime. So the kids out there playing and everything, and I'm talking to bro on the phone, and next thing I know, everything just started moving, right? Everything started moving. Look, I'm losing my balance, like, right? And I'm like, would you believe the first thing that came to my mind, right? I thought the kids outside playing, man, I'm like, yo, wait a minute, yo, I'm like, these kids out here, man, right? Now, as I'm trying to walk to the door, I'm still like, I mean, I can't even balance because everything's moving, right? As I'm trying to get to the front door. And I'm thinking that these bad kids are actually responsible for the whole freaking house moving, right? And it wasn't until bro on the line, bro was like, bro, you feel that? Right? And I'm like, what? You feel it? Right? He was like, yo, that's crazy, right? I'm like, yo, what? You felt it too? I'm like, you felt that too? He was like, yo, it was a freaking earthquake, right? Now, in all my years, and I'm not just saying all my years, I'm sure more than likely, just about everybody is in Baltimore. I've never actually heard of it even being an earthquake in Baltimore before. You know what I mean? Cali, you in Cali somewhere, you used to stuff like that. But in all my years, I had never experienced an earthquake. And this wasn't no little tremor, right? I mean, this was like moving the house. The house was moving. And my simple tale, the first thing come to my brilliant ass mind was these little badass kids out there kicking on the wall, right? I'm thinking they out there kicking on the wall and it's causing the damn house to move, right? me and my intelligent ass self, right? It was a freaking earthquake, right? I go to the door. Everybody standing outside their house, right? So the whole thing, when I got out the house, I just felt so stupid because I was still on the phone with bro. And bro was like, yo, what you say? Right? And I'm like, yo, I thought that was them badass kids out there messing with on the side of the house. And of course, he bust out laughing at me because he found it funny as hell. You know what I mean? Yo, how did you think some kids was shaking the whole freaking house, yo? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I just found it so funny. And it just came back to me this morning. I wish I had my camera. I wish I had my camera out and to let y'all see the what I actually saw this morning. I mean, you can't make some of the stuff that I get to see. You cannot make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. Now, I didn't went out my way. I went out my way this morning to save like 50 cents a pack cigarettes, right? I probably done burned over more than 50 cents worth of gas just to save 50 cents, right? This don't make sense, but I did it, right? I get to the spot, right? Gas station. Of course, everybody got to have a mask on to go into businesses. Now, as I'm pulling into the gas station, I'm trying to get into, you know what I mean, the parking spot at the gas station. Now, hey, you got this nut, right? You got this nut pulling all up in the parking lot like he's freaking Dale Earnhardt or something, right? Just to get into a parking space and almost hit the car, right? So now I'm now I'm ready to, you know what I mean? But I say, it's too early in the morning. And then when he get out the car and he, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, people do stupid stuff, then they get out the car and then they don't make eye contact. You know what I mean? So I was like, it ain't even no sense in me. You know what I mean? He goes in the store. He didn't have a mask on, right? Now I'm sitting in the car, but I can see in the store. And I can see instantly that he's arguing with the guy in the store and they going at it. So I'm like, what is they arguing about? Right? So, come to find out, he didn't have a mask on, right? And the guy was telling him to get out the store, blah, blah, whatever, right? But I didn't know that at first. Until he came outside. And I heard the guy, and the police came eventually. And he was telling the police, no, the guy signed the door, said you can't come in without no mask on. And he came in the store. I was like, you seen him. You seen him. He had no mask on. I was like, he had a mask on. He's like, no, he didn't have a mask on. I was like, yeah, he had to have a mask on. No, he didn't have a mask on. I could have swore he had a mask on. No, he didn't have a mask on. He was just ugly. It's early in the morning, y'all. Like, subscribe, comment, share. It's your boy C Major. Bye-bye.